Oh my god, that looks so pretty. Sarcasm. So hi guys. Here I am to let's chat about BookCon, but since I'm always at the gym, I never really have a lot of times to film after I get home from work, so I decided that we're going to gym and chat. How about that? That, that rhymed. That was terrible, but I'm gonna go with it, alright? Gym and chat. Alright, so let's have a little chat about BookCon and how, as a newbie, you could have the best experience of it. So if you come with me outside to the gym, because I'm at the locker room right now, then we could get started. Okay? Don't be intimidated. It's only a gym. It's only a bunch of sweaty people. Some have muscle. Some are working on it. It's okay. You know? Alright. Experience I'm doing back today. So you're joining me in back day. And right now I'm on this Evo bicycle warming up. So I put together a couple of key points on how to rock BookCon, but I may forget them, so this might be very all random because I'm not really concentrating. I am here working out. So first things first, I did have people on the app ask questions. So my number one advice, download the BookCon app. Very important, especially while communicating with other bookies. At the event, you get a lot of information and sometimes even tickets to things that were already sold out. So important. BookCon app, download it. Okay, so my second, or whatever number it might be, tip is going to be comfort. At con, any con, period, you need to be comfortable because here's the truth about it all. You're going to be in lines. And lines is actually my third point. So we'll hit that next, but with cons, wearing skirts, heels, it's really not, you'll be really uncomfortable. Most of the time you'll be sitting on the floor. So if you have a dress or a skirt, it'll be really uncomfortable. Unless it's a long skirt, and that's perfectly fine, and that you can move. You have to have some comfortable shoes because you'll be standing most of the time. So comfort at a con is key, including BookCon, not Comic-Con, BookCon. Okay, and on to subject number 3, which I hit on before, which is lines. Lines will be your life. About 70% of your time will be spent on lines, and the other 30% you'll be walking towards a line to get a book. So yeah, lines are your life. You'll most likely, as I said before and I mentioned before, you'll be sitting on the floor, you'll be standing for maybe an hour in each line. So again, comfort, and you'll be on lines. Okay, and this brings me to, I forgot, I lost count. My next tip is a signing. So there are 2 types of signings at BookCon. The first one is the ones that they hold at booth, and for the most part, those are free. You get art, advanced reading copies at those events, and a lot of times, a lot of the authors will sign them for you. So it's a really great treat for all of us. Now they do have a designated signing section, and those, for the most part, you have to get advanced tickets for that, as well as you might have to buy and purchase a book, which is fine. It's totally cool. We could definitely do that. The ones at the booth, though, a lot of times you have to line up to get a ticket because they only have a certain amount of copies of the book. So they usually have roughly, if it's Penguin, they usually have about 200 copies of each book. So if you like that, then go ahead and line up. They start lines around, it depends, because this year there was a lot of chaos with the lines, so let's not get into that in this video. So just know there will be lines to get online, to get on the line. More lines for an interlude. Woo! You're welcome for that, guys. Arm porn. Anyhow, my next tip is going to be panels. So the panels, for the most part, the ones at the main stage, you do need to have either a ticket or a wristband, or they change it every year, so it's different. So they are on downstairs. When you walk in, the same place where you walk in the mornings, it's the same place where you will line up for the main panel, which is on the floor. There's like no decorations or anything there. There's just lines, and basically all you do there is wait. So the main panels, for the most part, you do need to have, there's limited space. It's a big room, but there's still limited space. And if it's like in 2015 for John Green, when he was there for The Fault in Our Stars, that was insane. So, and the panel got filled up really, really fast. So if you want to see a main panel, make sure that you get either your ticket scan, get a wristband, whatever it might be, line up early for that, because that does get filled out. Now there were meetups for the first time ever, and I wasn't able to attend to one, but I wanted to go to the Harry Potter one, and I wanted to go to the Bookstagram one and the BookTube one, but I wasn't able to because I was stuck in lines. Again, everything comes circle with lines. So there's that. But yeah, if anybody went to the meetups and there's a loser coming back behind me, see, there you go. That's what happens when you film at the gym. And if you went to any meetups, just let me know, because I was really, really excited. There was one that looked really fun, and I just wanted to go and check it out. It was like the speed dating one. They did it at Comic-Con, and it turned out to be a super hit. So they did it for BookCon. So if anybody did it, if anybody met anybody, sound off below. I would love to know how it went. I wanted to go to the Harry Potter one. Harry Potter, my people. So now let's talk about books. Yes, a lot of the books are free. Yes, you will get a lot of advanced reading copies, and the announcements are usually look on their social medias, look on the publisher's social media. Also, any pamphlet that you might get, their giveaways are listed on those, so check on those. Also look on the BookCon website. They do list a lot of the giveaways, and again, if you are active on it, a lot of the other BookCon users app will let you know that there's a giveaway and where to find it and what to do. So connectivity with other bookies is important. So as my first point, as I said, download the app, and that's very important. Now, there are books that you do have to pay for, and so you should bring cash with you. Also, food. Always have snacks with you, because as I mentioned before, you're going to be online, and the lines suck, yes, but to leave them to go eat is usually not the best thing to do. So always have a snack with you. Water, always hydrate with water. I advise everybody to bring something that has wheels. No, you cannot bring the wheel items on the show floor, but you could leave it at the coat check, because they do have a luggage check at the Javits Center for you. When you walk in the morning, they will direct you exactly where to go. Should you come early for the before the doors open? It's up to you. The doors open at 10 a.m. They do let you in the waiting area to wait, starting like around 8. You would not go into the show floor until at least 10. And if there's something that you want to do, I would suggest that you should go straight to that. Don't stop anywhere, don't go anywhere, just go straight where you're going to do, get whatever you need to get, and then move on. Booths do have giveaway. Again, look on the pamphlets, on any advertisement that you may have. Again, social media, all of those are very important, because they do give you clues and times on when it's going to happen and which day it's going to happen. Also, all the book signings are listed, all the times, all the panels. Again, the main panel you do need to get tickets for, but for the smaller ones, it's also limited space. So if you want to go to something that might be popular, like say for example, the DC Comic Girls, that was was it Comic Girls? It was something with the DC young women, and there was a lot of people, and there was no space in it anymore. So I wasn't able to go in. So it's one of those things that you have to be, if you want to do something, just go for it. Also, if you have a schedule, just know you're not going to keep it. It's nice to know what you want to do. Yes, come with a plan, but just know that your plan is going to go out the door when you start standing on lines. So I think that's about it for now, and this is going to end my gym chat. Jim and talk and chat about BookCon, and I hope I was helpful in any way, in any way. If you could please, if you want to leave a comment below, if you want to have any suggestions below, just leave them. All right, until over and out. Really, 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 Jim? Seriously?
We just got tea bags.
Lord, this is what happens. Again, when you feel at the gym and Jim is around. All right, guys. Until next time.